Hey guys, how are we doing? Welcome to another news update here on Buzzing Pattaya. And firstly, I'd like to apologise. Last week I wasn't here, as you know. My wife was down, it was her birthday, so I didn't have a chance to do the news. I went over to a Jungle Moon homestay. Now, if you had a look on the shorts videos in YouTube, you'll see I did a quick video of it. It really is a fantastic place. So if you are looking for somewhere to go, have a look at the Jungle Moon homestay. Google it, have a look on there. It really is fantastic. And no, I'm not being paid to say that either. Really weird. I had some guy message me saying, "Oh, you're being paid to promote that place." Absolutely not. It was just somewhere I found on the internet, and we went over there, had a fantastic time. Check it out, guys. Have a look. It really is nice. Oh, so today then, the news. Well, it's been a bit of an interesting week. We've got lots to go through. I've got 6 updates to show you or to talk about. And I want to start off with the first one, which is Thailand apparently ranks 41st out of the 66 top countries for the best destinations for remote work, according to the Global Remote Work Index. The report of Nordlayer Company, a prominent network access solutions provider. I get asked quite a lot about, how easy is it to work out here? Where can I find employment? It's very difficult, to be honest with you. It's very, very difficult. There are strict rules and laws here in terms of what you can and what you can't do. But certainly Chiang Mai seems to be the central hub in terms of online work. There seems to be a lot of these online workers up there. But if you are going to come out here and you can work online, this really is a beautiful country. It really is. And I can understand why it's ranking in where it is. I'll be interested to find out who the other 40 countries are ahead of Thailand. I'm sure there are some amazing places. Maybe you guys could recommend where some of the good places are to work remotely. But certainly I think that, Thailand, if you can work online and you can suffice your income that way, well then, seriously consider coming out here, because it really is a great place to live. Definitely a great place to work from, that's for sure. And I know many guys out here that do work online. But yeah, so it's been ranked 41 out of the top 66 countries in the world. How good is that? Finally, we're looking at some good things rather than all the negativity that seems to be thrown our way right now at the moment. In terms of good things, where are we? Yeah, this one was really interesting. There was a big notification sent out on the Pattaya news, and they said here that it's been reported back that the bed capacity in Pattaya for COVID patients is no issue. Hospitalized and serious patients remain very low, says the Pattaya deputy mayor. And it's really good to see that report. It's very encouraging. Obviously, we've now gone through July. We're near the end of the month where we've not had to wear masks. And obviously the travel restrictions have been eased and things are starting to look up. It's really weird. It's amazing how we get conditioned. And, over the last 2 years, I've been conditioned to being told I have to wear a mask in certain places, well, pretty much everywhere for the last 2 years. But it's really weird. It's quite a weird situation that now you don't have to wear the mask. And yet, when I don't wear a mask, it's quite weird because I feel like I'm doing something wrong, even though I know I'm allowed to not have to wear the mask. And if you go around the city, there's not many restrictions. I've only had one situation where I was going to a pharmacy. I suffer with gout. Oh man, if you've got gout, you know what I'm talking about. It is so painful, and I get it in my foot, and my lord, it hurt. But anyway, I was going to go and get some tablets, and I walked through the door, didn't have a mask on. The lady had a full-on plastic screen right the way around the whole of her counter. She was masked up, and she was like, wear mask, wear mask. I'm like, I don't actually have a mask with me. Oh, you have to wear it, get out, get out. And I was like, wow, that's like really quite abrupt. So yeah, that's the only negative experience I've had so far. It's quite weird going into like the shopping malls. A lot of the shopping malls don't have to make you wear a mask, which I thought that was what was going to happen. I thought when they released the mask mandate, I thought that they said that in built-up areas you would have to wear a mask, ideally like Terminal 21 and Central Festival, all those kind of places. But it seems that we're not. So that's a step in the right direction. It's definitely encouraging that, really we are slowly getting back to what is the new normal. And yeah, the mask mandate has been good. But on a positive note, the bed capacity is on a low. So there we go. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we will really get through this now and start to progress moving forwards. However, it has been said here, whereas this report said Oh no, that's my egg report. I'll do my egg in the morning, egg bit in a minute. Here we go. It says here, Thai police are reportedly coordinating with multiple agencies to locate a man and urging him to turn himself in. And the reason that they're trying to track him down is he's a Nigerian man confirmed as Thailand's first case of monkeypox that has reportedly he's left Phuket. Now, I don't know what monkeypox is, so I had a quick Google. It's a bit like sort of similar to chickenpox, I think, but it's not fatal and it's not something that they're overly concerned about. However, I think they're really trying to track him down because they've said he's on a year's overstay. Now, if he is on a year's overstay, see you later, mate. You're out the country. They are going to ban you when they do catch hold of you, and eventually they will. But yeah, so he's on a year overstay. So it says here, a Nigerian man in Phuket has been confirmed as Thailand's first official infection of monkeypox. Is being traced by Thai police after officials have been unable to contact him, and the man has disappeared, spookily enough. He's now been discovered. The man is not a recent tourist, but on an overstay since last year. And you know, obviously they're going to find him eventually. They will track him down. But on the overstay situation, guy, you know, I did a video with Darren very recently at Key Visa, Thailand. He's a very, very knowledgeable guy. You know, this overstay situation is very simple to do. It's very easy to fall foul of the law. And, you know, you get to a point where I suppose these kind of guys are on a year's overstay and may think, well, to hell with it. You know, if they catch me, I'm going to be deported anyway, so I might as well just run the risk and keep going. I don't know, guys. You know, it's often best, I think, to try to keep an idea of where your passport is in terms of the dates and things that you need to be looking for, particularly if you want to stay here, because if you do get on an overstay, it's very likely that they will say, hasta la vista, baby, and they will bin you out of the country. And in worst case scenarios, they'll ban you as well. You can get I think it's about a 10-year ban, I think you can get. So, yeah, this guy, he's a 27-year-old Nigerian. He started to have symptoms 1 week before. It's been confirmed yesterday that the unnamed patient is the first confirmed case of monkeypox. I don't really know what monkeypox is in terms of, like, you know, what it's going to do to you, but yeah, so they're trying to track him down. And talking about infections and stuff like that, I keep getting messages from people saying there's a new wave of COVID coming. There's a new secondary wave that's going to hit us soon. I don't know how true it is. You know, obviously I get inundated with lots and lots of messages, so I don't really know the full facts of the matter. Maybe you guys do. You know, what's the situation? I truthfully don't know. And someone made a really good point the other day, and they said to me, Trev, with the respect, mate, you need to get your head out of your bubble, because I do bury my head in the sand. You know, I live here. I don't really worry about what's going on around the world, if I'm being honest. Rightly or wrongly, it's just the way I am. You know, I don't really follow that sort of stuff. And so, of course, there's a lot of things going on that really I don't know, like the recessions. I didn't even know there's recessions going on. Obviously, I know that people have lost their jobs and the money's very tight at the moment and the airfares have gone through the roof. But, you know, I don't follow that kind of stuff, which, you know, whether you accept that I don't or you disagree or whatever, you know, it's just my personal opinion. But, yeah, so that's the situation there in terms of there seems to be rumours, or I'm getting quite a lot of messages saying there's a new wave coming through that possibly could lock us down again. I really hope not. I really hope this just pie in the sky ideas. It's not any facts. But you know, where we are with it right now is definitely a step in the right direction. Now this one, I got to say, this was quite amusing in many ways, sad in other ways, but amusing in other ways. So, you know, there's a guy, right? There's a guy going around here. Let me just scroll down. It says here, it says 2 more egg merchants, report that dozens of eggs have been stolen in Chonburi as a serial egg thief strikes yet again. And what this guy is doing is he's basically riding around in his pickup. He's going into egg stores. He's taking crates and crates of eggs and saying, look, I've forgotten my money, but I've got some hungry students, I've got some hungry children. Can I please just take the eggs and I'll come back and pay you? And out of the goodness of their heart, what's happened is these merchants have said, yeah, go on, you take the eggs and come back and pay me later on. And he never returned. I mean, you know, eggs, really? I mean, I suppose in one way it's a simplistic system that, you know, I suppose maybe people would be quite blasé about and say, well, yeah, go on, you can take the eggs and, you know, pay me later. It's also playing on the fact that these people have got genuinely good hearts and maybe they thought, oh, you know, the kids are hungry or the people are starving, so, you know, take the eggs and I'm sure you'll come back and pay me. But I don't know, you know, to get prosecuted for stealing eggs, I don't really know if it's it's a good idea, but that's what's happening right now, and it's made the news, believe it or not. So it's made the news that there's a guy going around in a pickup, which the police have got a photograph of, and he's going around stealing eggs. So if you get caught short of your couple of fried eggs in the morning, well, you know why this guy's nicked them all. Now this one I thought was quite interesting. It says here that the Pattaya officials are to prepare for the traffic at Lampo Naklua market during the long weekend from July the 28th to the 31st. Now that's traditionally the King's birthday. If you're not sure about the market, now that's the market if you go into Naklua, so you go along Second Road, you get up to the Dolphin Roundabout, you turn right and you head into Naklua. If you follow that road all the way down, it takes you to the fish market. Now if you haven't been to the fish market, even if you don't like fish, it's definitely worth going down just to have a wander around to see how it all works. It's really interesting. I have done a video about it a long time ago, so have a look back in my videos. You can see the fish market. But basically, what they're doing is they're trying to rehearse, ready for this long weekend, and to anticipate there'll be huge amounts of traffic, because there is actually a small little beach area down there as well, and gardens and stuff like that. But here was the interesting thing. So what they did was, they went on to say about it and talking about what's going on, etc., etc. But then they also made a point. It says here, where are we? They were talking about, right, the task force, in fact, has been rehearsing this drill for days to collect information. Some of the problems that they found were that some of the officials needed to periodically take a break due to the hot weather, causing some unaware tourists to drive into the already full market's parking lot during their absence. But overall, the result was satisfying, the deputy said. Now, listen, okay, we know it's hot here, that's a given. But surely they must have a rotation. If I'm stood there, we go back to the military terms, and I'm stagging on, well then, surely if I'm feeling a bit hot or I need to have a break or whatever, surely there must be someone that can come and replace me to avoid that situation. I mean, I don't know, it just tickled me a little bit. I thought, well, they must have a system in place. Well, clearly not, but they should have a system in place where if I'm feeling a bit, it's a bit hot, I need to have a break, well, then someone can stand there and take my place until it's in turn for me to come back. But anyway, so they're practicing at the moment. So if you are suffering any traffic down there, please be aware that's why. And as I say, the 28th to the 31st, it's a long weekend. Be prepared, guys, because there is going to be some shutdowns and closures. It's going to be busy, so just get prepared for that. And if you haven't been to that market, have a look, guys. Go down there, have a look. It really is a fantastic, very fascinating market to have a look around. Definitely good to kill a couple of hours, just have a wander around and see what's going on. There's restaurants down there. There's a few bars and stuff, so you can have a good wander around and enjoy yourself. But check it out, guys. Have a look at that. Right, where are we? Yes, now this one. So it's been put in the news that Tobacco Products Control Committee to draft a regulation on importing and selling cigarettes that contain marijuana substances. Now, I'm not going to talk about that because I don't understand any of it, as I've always made it very clear it's not my cup of tea. Each to their own. I'm not judging you if that's your thing. You crack on, guys. No dramas. But what I did want to do was I wanted to just mention about this, because this is very, very important. I do get asked this question quite a lot. And it goes on to say here that the National Tobacco Products Control Committee is planning to draft a law to ban importing and selling e-cigarettes and cigarettes that contain cannabis and hemp substances. Now, on the point of e-cigarettes, you may or may not be aware, it's illegal, guys. It's been illegal since 2014. You're not allowed to vape here. If you get caught, it can be, and it's written in the law. Have a look in there, Google it and find it yourself. It can be very, very serious. They're quite within their rights to fine you up to 30,000 baht, and you can face up to 10 years in prison if they want to. It's very, very serious, guys. And I've had people message me and say, look, if I tuck it in my luggage and bring it over, will I be all right? If I carry it around, will I be okay? If a policeman here sees you, 100% it's going to be confiscated. You'll be very, very lucky. Extremely rare to be able to not have it confiscated. You're going to be paying a fine, guys. Now, whether that fine is direct into the policeman and he'll deal with it himself, or they will take you down to the station and you'll face prosecution and a bigger fine, that's circumstantial as to what happens at that given moment in time. But guys, honestly, if you get caught vaping out here, you are in a world of trouble. You really are. You're definitely going to lose it. You're definitely going to get a fine. Possibly they might put some scare tactics into you and they might threaten you with imprisonment. And if they really wanted to, they are quite within their rights to do it. So what I would say to you guys is, please, if you are into that thing, into that scene, and you like to do your vaping, I don't know, how you're going to get around it, because if you get caught, I mean, do it in the safety of your own condominium. If you do manage to get your vape out and that's your thing, I'm not saying you should or shouldn't do it. I'm just saying that if you do, keep it out of public, because if they see you, you are going to get a rap on the knuckles. You are going to have your wallet emptied, and you're possibly going to go and have a free hotel. So, and it's not a good hotel, let me tell you that. So yeah, so that's the situation. But going back to the actual thing about the hemp and all that stuff, I don't understand it. It's never ever been my scene, so I don't really know. I couldn't even tell you what it's about. I'll tell you what there is though, is I've been doing some drive-arounds lately. There's a lot of these cafes. Some people are saying they're just gimmicks. I mean, again, I apologise. It's not my thing, so I really don't know much about it. But what I do know is there's a lot of these green leaf, let's call them green leaf cafes, popping up all over the place. So I'm guessing that it must be very, very popular, because it literally is. I reckon I could probably think of at least 10 or 12 areas now where I know that there are these kind of things available. So it must be very popular. So I don't know. Each to their own, guys. Whatever you do, fair play, crack on. It's your life. You do what you wish. It's nothing to do with me, and I'm in no position to judge you whatsoever, nor will I. All right, so that's it today for the news. Next week I will bring some new, hopefully there'll be some more things to come up. I'm going to look into doing events and stuff like that. If you haven't had a look, have a look on our Discord. Discord's full of all that kind of information, and Bo does a fantastic job. She's putting news up there every single day, keeping you up to date on the most relevant, most important news that's going on in the city centre. So have a look in Discord. It's completely free. Right, there we are. I will see you again this time next week on Monday, and hopefully we'll have a lot more to talk about. And in the meantime, guys, as always, please remember, hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when I bring out a new video. As I say, please have a look on Discord. It's completely free. Have a look in there. It's a wealth of knowledge. There's so many, 16,700 people, I think it is now. There's so many people in there, so please have a look on there. And if you would like to support the channel and the work that I do, there is a link in the description below for membership, and I think that starts from as little as 89 pence a month. All right, thank you very much for watching, guys. And please, as always, wherever you are in the world, stay safe.